Okay, so welcome to our lesson today. This is Unit 10, Day 3, which is all about applying what we know about percents. So your learning target is I can solve real world problems involving percentages. Let's go ahead and take a look at this box right here. Percent application means percentages can be applied to many everyday situations. You must decode the various terms within the problem in order to understand how to solve the problem. So let's talk about these terms right here, and we're going to label them if each term means that we're going to be increasing in price or decreasing to the original. So increase means price is going up, decrease means price is going down. All right, the word tax. If you are being taxed on something, that means your price is going to go up. So let's go ahead and write increase. If something is on sale, a sale price, that means the price is going to go down, so that will be decreasing. If something has an amount off of the normal price, that one is also going to be decrease. If you receive a tip, you'll be receiving extra money, so that will be an increase. And if you have gratuity, that means maybe you receive some gratuity. That's extra money as well, so we're going to call that one an increase. And if something has been marked down off of the original price, that means you're saving money, so there's a decrease in price. Sorry, that one's kind of hard to read. Decrease. All right, so let's go ahead to the next problem. The key to solving percent problems in real life is understanding what information you are given and what information you are solving. So that's what we're going to be doing in these next few problems right here. Okay, question number 1. Read each situation below and determine what is given and what is being solved for. So question number 1, Savannah works as a sales rep and receives $23.80 for every $140 she sells. What is her rate of commission? Okay, so rate, that means let's go ahead and put this into a fraction. If she receives $23.80 for every $140 she sells, what's her commission? Well, let's go ahead and figure that out by just typing in our calculator. $23.80 divided by $140. And the answer that we get out is 0.17. Now, what we need to find out is what is her rate of commission. That means what is the percentage that she gets off of everything that she sells. And so in order to solve this, we're just going to take our decimal, move it 2 places to the right, and then it becomes a percentage. So what we were solving for is percent, or you could say the percent of commission. We could write that out. Well, the answer would be 17%. Okay, question number 2. The shoe department is offering a sale of 15% off of all shoes. If Mrs. Jeffrey saved $12.30, how much were the shoes full price? Well, our given information is how much was saved, or the percentage of the discount. And what we're going to be solving for is the full price. So if I were to set this up, I like to show my work. This way you guys can help try and solve this if you wanted to. I know that 15% off of all shoes is the same thing as 15 out of 100 because of our lesson last time, Unit 10, Day 2. We know how to set up percentages. Well, we were given a part of the whole, which is $12.30 out of the whole. And now that I have this set up in a proportion, I can go ahead and solve. Let's try switching colors. I told you before my students like to do this. $12.30 times 100 divided by 15 equals X. So that's one thing that you could try. And it would give you your answer, which is $82. And let's try and think of another way that we could solve this. You could say, what do I do to go from $15 to $12.30? So let's see, if I were to type out, let me get my calculator here, 15 divided by 1230 divided by $12.30, I get 1.219. So I could say 1.219 is what I'm dividing by on the top, so I need to divide that on the bottom. Let's see, if I do 15 divided by 1.219, I get 12.3, which is good. So I need to do 100 divided by 1.219, and I will also get 82 on the bottom. Like we talked about last time, I can check to see if 82 really is my correct answer. And I'm going to show you right here once I erase this. Is 82 my correct answer? The first thing that I can do is 15 divided by 100. Let's see what I end up getting. I'll get 0.15. And if I do $12.30 divided by 82, I will also get 0.15. Is that equal to each other? Yes. So I know that this is a proportional relationship. All right, let's go ahead and set up question number 3. Diego and his 3 cousins went on a road trip. They decided to add the cost of their hotel rooms throughout the trip and then split it between themselves. So I want you to picture you're going on a road trip with your friends. You stay at 3 hotels. You're going to split it between the 4 of you. How much is it going to cost? It says use the chart below to determine the cost of their hotels plus a 7% hotel tax, and then determine how much each cousin owes. So what this means right here, let's pretend you go on a road trip. You're going to have to add all of this up together. If I add up 88 plus 76 plus 92, I'm going to get $256. That's just for the hotels. But there's also a 7% hotel tax. So I need to times my equation, or times my number, by 7%. And we talked a little bit about how changing from a percent to a decimal is where you take your percent and you move it 2 places over and put a decimal. So 0.07 is what I would have if it were just a decimal. Okay, so the next thing is, let's go ahead and get our answer. 256 times 0.07, that's going to give me $17.92 just in tax. Now we need to add it to the original price because everyone's going to be paying for this road trip, not just one person, right? So let's add all of that up, and I'm going to get $273.92. But how many people are there? There's Diego and there's his 3 cousins, so there's 4 people. That means we need to divide our answer by 4 to see how much each person's going to split the cost for. And it looks like I'm going to get $68.48. So that's how we do that problem. Okay, next question. Anderson's art supply store has created a price list. Look over the price list and answer the questions below. All right, question number 4. So a customer comes in looking for items to get started painting. Ariana offers her paint palette. Let me go ahead and highlight this right here. Paint palette. Is that $24? A paintbrush and a sketchbook. Here's my sketchbook. Paintbrush, it looks like it's $10.50. Okay, so she tells the customers that if she buys all 3, she will give her a 15% discount. Approximately how much will the customer save? Okay, so first step, let's add up everything that Ariana is going to buy. And if I do that, let's see how much it comes to. It's going to come to $50.62. So I'm going to write that out right here. If I were to add up the paintbrush, the sketchbook, and the paint palette, it comes to $50.62. Now, there is a 15% discount, so I'm going to times this by 0.15, and that gives me $7.59. That means that's how much Ariana is saving. So that's going to be the answer. Now, if you wanted to set this up, and that's the answer, by the way, because it asks us how much does the customer save. So that's your answer. If you wanted to set this up in an equation, because I know setting up in equations is very helpful, you would say, we know that she saves 15%. That's the same thing as 15 out of 100. Well, what does that equal? And so then we would say, well, we don't know how much she's going to save, but we do know the total amount was $50.62. And so now you could solve this using a proportion, which is super cool. That's why math is the best. Okay, question 5. How much will her total bill be, not including the tax? Well, we just need to take the amount she was supposed to pay for the original price and subtract the amount she's saving. And that's going to give us $43.03. So that's your answer right there. All right, next question, which is question number 6. Part of Ariana's earnings are based on a 5% commission rate. At the end of the day, Ariana earned $14.98 in commission. How much did Ariana sell that day? Let's switch colors because I feel like it. Okay, so I know that she earns a 5% commission rate. And if we were to write 5%, that would look like 5 out of 100. And then we have to set that equal to something because we're going to be setting up proportions. So it says here at the end of the day, Ariana earned $14.98 in commission. So that's the part out of the whole. We want to know what the whole is. So let's set up the part, $14.98. We don't know what the whole is. And now we're just going to go ahead and solve this. And once again, you can pick whatever way you want. It totally works. At the end of the day, as long as you know how to check your work, that's what matters. So I could say, what am I doing to go from 5 to $14.98? Well, let's go ahead and figure out. I would do $14.98 divided by 5. That gives me 2.996. So let's write this out, 2.996. That means if I multiply 5 by 2.996, I need to do the same thing to the bottom to keep this relationship proportional. And so that will give us our answer. And it looks like my answer is going to be $299.60. Or you could solve it another way, 14.98 times 100 divided by 5, and that will give you your answer. Just a fun trick. Once again, I know I've said this like 100 times by now, but my students really like that way. All right, question number 7. It says Mr. Jameson, an art teacher, would like to purchase enough supplies to get the class stocked. He picks up 8 dozen sketch pencils. Let me scroll back so we can see sketch pencils. 6 dozen colored pencils and 3 dozen art gum erasers. So take a look at all of the stuff that's up here. If the sales tax rate is 8% approximately, what will his bill be? So what we're going to have to do is add up everything that he wants and then just times it by 8%. Or if you wanted to set up a proportion, here's what it would look like. First of all, I'll add up everything together, the cost of everything. Let's see, he wanted to pick up 8 dozen sketch pencils. So I would say the sketch pencils are going to be $4.60, and he wanted 8 dozen. So I'm going to times that by 8 because you buy 1 dozen. And it looks like the price for that is going to be $36.80. Let's add up the next thing. He also wanted 6 dozen colored pencils, and so that's going to be the cost of the 1 dozen pencils and times by 6. And my price for that is going to be $47.28. And then it looks like he also wanted 3 dozen art gum erasers. Well, the price for 1 dozen art gum erasers is $6.54. And so I need to times that by 3. And that gives me $19.62. Okay, next step. We just got to add all of this up. And because I've already worked through this, I know that the answer is 103.70. So he's spending $103.70, but there's also some tax on that. And so we need to times our answer by 0.08 or 8%, right? Because in percent, it would look like this, 8%. But if we were in a decimal format, we would do 0.08. Okay, so if I do that, then that's going to give me $8.29. Okay, So what it actually gave me when I typed this in was 8.296. Well, if I had to round this up, that would be $8.30. Don't stress too much about that, but it would just be $8.30. So I would say X is equal to $8.30. So I talked earlier about, let's say that if you wanted to use an equation to set this up, you totally could. You could say the sales tax is 8%. So that's the same thing as 8 out of 100. And if we were to set this up in a proportion, we don't know what he'll be paying for the part, but that the total is going to cost $103.70. We know that because we got it right here when we added everything up. So this is just kind of a quicker way to solve. If you like to set up proportions like that, you could solve this equation. And then the last question, number 8. The last customer of the day is a loyal customer who brings in a $15 off coupon. She purchases 2 paintbrushes, 1 dozen colored pencils, and 1 sketchbook. What % did she save by using her coupon? So let's go back up here and take a look at all of the prices. Okay, so the first thing that she bought, 2 paintbrushes. So let's circle that one. 2 paintbrushes. 1 dozen colored pencils. There it is. And 1 sketchbook. So let's go ahead and add all of those up, and remember the paintbrush, she bought 2 of them. So times that by 2. Okay, so if I had to add everything up down here, I would say $10.50, right? Because of the paintbrush, times 2. Or you could just do $10.50 plus $10.50 plus $7.88 plus $16.12 because we're just adding everything up. And that's going to give us $45. So if I had to set this up, percent-wise, we don't know what the percent is going to be. So let's put X over 100. But we do know she gets $15 off. And if I added everything up that she bought, it would come to $45. So she's saving 15 out of 45. What is her percentage going to be out of 100 that she would be paying? So this is how you would set up that equation, and then we just go ahead and solve it. One thing that you could do, just another way, because I love to give you options, you could do 15 divided by 45 and then just multiply it by 100 to figure out what the percent is. Let's go ahead and try that way. 15 divided by 45 gives me 0.33 repeated, and then let's just times that by 100 and we get 33.33%. That's how much money she would save using her coupon, because that's what it asked us for. What percent did she save using her coupon? Well, we'd say X is equal to 33.33% repeating. Okay, it looks like that is it for today. If you have questions, please just ask us. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for watching, and I hope that you guys are doing well and staying safe. Bye.